Cindy, the TV's leaking. Hello, and welcome back to 10 out of 10 with Watch Again with Lauren and Ross.
Hello.
This week, as you can probably hear in our voices, we have been full of the lurgy. There has been disease brought into this household.
Oh, we're dead. Dead.
So, while we were no well, we decided to watch the Japanese Ringu, and the American remake, The Ring. One came out in 1998, one came out in 2002, and we decided, why not do a wee side-by-side of both of them, see what's the same, see what's different, what ones we prefer, yada yada.
Yeah.
You just need to sit and listen to it this week. And you also need to sit and listen to it while our noses are collapsing in on themselves and we are dying. So,
yeah, the things we do for you guys.
honestly, man, if this doesn't get 10,000 views, I quit.
Yeah, you're fucking too right.
Mammoth tired. Anyway, also, special wee shout out, this video also goes out to the Final Girls Club, which is a horror movie club in Glasgow for the gals. Because funnily enough, this is, honestly, when I tell you how much this was not planned, right? For their Halloween meetup, everybody throws in suggestions and Emma, who runs it, does it on a special wheel. And this month, they are also doing The Ring, but like the American version. So, what beautiful timing trips. I kind of want to be like, this video is sponsored by Final Girls. But, like, but if you're a horror fan and just a gal in Glasgow, highly, highly recommend plodding along to a wee meet up. Give them a wee follow on Instagram. It's just Final Girls Gla. And basically, meet up. It's either like a Thursday night or a Sunday afternoon. And it's just all the gals getting together, talking about the movie of the week. But then it always kind of divulges into like just general horror movies. And it's just solid patter. So absolutely highly recommend. Last month it was just J-horror was the genre. Now, the film that they picked, what was it called again? Uzumaki. I wouldn't have chosen to watch this if it wasn't for them, but like really opened my eyes to like how ignorant I am of just like Japanese horror in general. Like it's just never been a genre that I've like delved into. Do you know what I mean? I was just told it was like horrendously grim and I was like, that's fucking plenty. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you watch a couple of Australian horrors and you're like, you're all fucking nuts. Do you know what I mean?
No one of them nuts though.
No, 100%. So like obviously like after doing that genre, we kind of started delving into a couple more like J-horror things. So it is always good just to meet up and be like, I've never thought of watching that kind of thing. So yeah, this video is not sponsored by Final Girls, but go along to a meet up because it's heavy class.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ross, hit us with your push.
Right, so I'm just going to do it by the Japanese then the American, right? So as you said, it was the Japanese Ringu was released in January 1998. The American version, 2002, as you mentioned. Directed by Hideo Nakata, the Japanese version, and the big man himself, Gore Verbinski.
Who that?
He's a big name director, but he's made a lot of shite.
Love that for him.
Like, he's made so much that some of them are bound to stick.
Right, cool.
The Japanese version is starring Nanako Matsushima.
You're doing so well.
Aye.
You're doing so well, babe.
Well, wait. Hiroyuki Sanada.
Aye.
And Rakia Otaka.
So proud of you.
I am sorry for that.
It's better than Seedow.
Whereas your American counterpart is Naomi Watts, Martin Henderson, and Big Brian Cox.
Yes.
Yep. So the budget for the Japanese one, $1.5 million. This is converted to dollars. And the American one is $48 million. That's like so much more. Like I can't even be bothered with the maths to figure it out. But
no.
You get it. So about 30 times the budget.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Box office for Japanese, $19.5 million. And this surprised me in that the American version had $249 million.
Mad, eh?
That's unreal. Runtime 95 for the Japanese, and the American is 115 minutes. Just under 2 hours for the American, and the Japanese can do it in an hour and a half.
But we'll get into that, but I think you can really tell that the American one's longer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, general overview of both movies. You watch a tape, you get a call that says you'll die in 7 days, and then funnily enough, you die in 7 days.
Aye.
Like,
That's basically every Ring movie ever done.
100%.
Yeah.
So we'll dive into thoughts and opinions. Obviously, both movies follow the same plot. A journalist's niece dies. She then hears about the tape, goes and investigates it, watches the tape, then shock horror, her Wayne watches the tape, and then she has to find out in 7 days if she can stop her Wayne from getting murdered, basically. Off of Sadako or Samara, whatever version you're watching. Straight off the bat, I'm going to kind of go general and then we'll go Japanese first, American second, right? I do think the American version is, like, I don't want to say super faithful to the original, but, like, faithful enough, do you know what I mean? Because I was kind of worried that it was going to be, like, a let the right one in or, like, a quarantine situation, because just don't watch Quarantine and just watch Wreck, do you know what I mean? Like, the Spanish do it better, like, same with Let the Right One In, so much better than Let Me In, like, so I'm always a bit, I understand why when an American remake of things come out, people go and see that one, because as, just in general, it is a laziness thing, like, from everyone, do you know what I mean? Or, like, this is more easily accessible than, like, going and hunting for, like, a Japanese or a Swedish or a German. Like, most recent example, the one that James McAvoy was in, Don't Speak.
Yeah.
And, like, the German version had literally came out, like, last year. Harvey, Zone of Interest, and
Oh, God.
What was the other one where she falls off the building?
Anatomy of a Fall.
Thank you. I heard she was in it.
Yeah.
And, like, apparently McAvoy's great, but the German version's better. Again, me and McAvoy don't speak. Long-time listeners will know that. But, like, I understand it's, like, an accessibility thing of, oh, well, it's just fresh out in the cinema, I'll just go and watch it. And loads of people don't really fuck with subtitles, which I personally don't understand, but cool, no bother. Do you know what I mean? Like, get down on your bad self.
I agree with you on that, but I also think that, like, it's just a style difference.
Yes.
Like, a lot of, like, Western watchers, if you will,
Aye.
won't, like, really have the same way that the Japanese watch the horror. So I do think I mean, especially nowadays, is we have access to everything, do you know what I mean? So we can go and watch this stuff on, like, certain streaming, like, websites and that.
Totally.
But I do think just the way the Japanese version is laid out, I do think if you're a horror fan of, like, American and Western, of those types of movies, you might not really get the Japanese style, or as you say, like, the German version.
Yes.
I mean, I think what makes, when people go and see remakes of the originals better, is that, well, it was made to those styles, so it's got to be better, isn't it?
But that's the thing. I think from watching these two side by side, I think the Japanese version builds the tension better.
Yeah.
Like, I would, and again, this is coming from my limited knowledge of Japanese horror, so do not take this as like a absolutely Lauren's correct, we'll follow her opinion into battle, do you know what I mean? But I think the Japanese style of horror is very like 70s American horror, if you know what I mean, where it's like, it's really, really slow and like, you're almost kind of like, not bored, but it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then everything hits in the last 20 minutes, but then when the movie ends, you're like, can you turn on every light so that I can go to the toilet? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you can tell The Ring is, like, so Americanized, like, obviously the American remake, but, like, even down to, like, the filters they put on it and everything is so, like, over-explained, do you know what I mean? Like, whereas in the Japanese version, it's just very much, yes, this is happening, fucking roll with the punches, do you know what I mean? Whereas the American one, they take, like, 20 minutes to explain everybody's fucking backstory, do you know what I mean? It's like, cool, I get it, like, relax, keep moving.
They know exactly what audiences they're playing for, like, each version of this.
Absolutely.
I mean, what I like to do if we do stuff like this when we watch remakes is the Japanese version was out. Like, look, doing my research and that, there was quite like a weird thing about the way of like new technology and that. Whereas I think in history, like, as much as the Japanese have made all this amazing stuff, like when something comes out, they are very wary of it. Mm-hmm. So, like the J-horror directors and that, they really latch onto that and from the 90s. Mm-hmm. Whereas the American one, like it's so nothing to them.
No, totally. And I think as well, like, from what I know of, like, Japanese, like, culture, which, again, very limited, do not follow my opinion into battle, but, like, it's a very like superstitious culture. Like I feel like me and the Japanese baby got on really well because they like proper believe in like ghosts and spirits and like don't fuck with shit and all that, and you can really tell like because in Japanese horror movies, and I'm just talking like the ones about ghosts, like they like nobody's like absolutely not, no way is that fucking happening. Everyone's like, yup, absolutely, of course. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like they really respect like the folklore, the legends, like even demons and all that. Is it because a lot of the stuff, even like out with the ring, is that a lot of the stuff that happens with like ghosts and that, it's always like a sad story.
Yeah.
Like they're not really scared of them. It's more about like the circumstances behind why this has happened. It's not just a case of like an American and British ones that like, oh, there's a ghost, let's do this and that. It's more there's like a more emotional like feeling towards it within J horror.
Rather than just like a fucking here's about 40 jump scares because this demon's coming for you. Do you know what I mean? I think as well, we'll just get into the Japanese one straight off the bat and then we'll move on to the American one. I think if nothing else, Sadako is a fucking icon for only being in the movie for 5 minutes. Like, there's a reason there's like 20 million Ring movies, do you know what I mean? Of which I think I've only seen about 3, do you know what I mean? Because Sadako's only in the first Ring for the last 5 minutes. Like, obviously there's glimpses of her through the tape and things, but she only makes an appearance at the very end of the film, and even at that, in the Japanese one, all you see is the eye. You don't actually see her. Like, it's obviously the iconic, like, hair over the face and a white gown that, like, every lassie looks like that when they come out the shower, do you know what I mean? And obviously you only see, like, the really creepy eye with the no eyelashes. And it's just so interesting, like, if we're just talking about the first Ring, like, how that concept was so cool that it's gone on to inspire all these other ones, like even to the point where there was like a Grudge versus Ring, Alien versus Predator kind of vibe. That was so fucking bizarre. But like, it's kind of like, how the first Friday the 13th, when it's not Jason that's the killer, it's his ma.
Yeah.
But nobody really thingies that because Jason's the icon. Like, it's that kind of thing. Like, she's only a wee lassie in a film for 5 minutes, and yet she is the easiest Halloween costume if you're stuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what really helps her, especially in the Japanese one, is the build-up of her.
Yes.
Like you need her to be creepy at the end of this.
And she's simple. She's simple creepy. Like, it's literally just black hair, white dress, and the eyelashes. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing overly done about her, unlike the American version, but we'll get into that. But, yeah, sorry, carry on.
So it's like, if you don't have all this build-up and, like, everything's about her in the Japanese version especially, like, they two, like, through everything, it's always about Sadako.
Yep.
And I think without that, you're not getting the same feeling.
No, totally. Because, like, it doesn't matter how she looks, and I think the fact that she is such a simplistic-looking villain really adds to it, because obviously you've spent the last hour and a half hearing that all these people need to do is watch this really creepy video and you die in 7 days. Do you know what I mean? So you're expecting this, like, monster to come out the well and for it to be this, like, horrific thing, but it's literally just this lassie stares at you and your heart stops because you're so frightened. Like, that's crazy. Like, such a simple concept, but works so fucking well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what J-horror does great is, like, it's, well, so-called baddies, if you know what I mean. You can argue a lot of them, they're not bad. It's just, it's vengeful spirits getting at the spirituality stuff and that.
Absolutely.
But even in the Grudge and that, like, there's nothing, like, there's no major scary monster. It's just a kid and a weird-looking, like, woman.
Yeah.
Like, done up makeup. So it's like, how can they make it so simple? Yet when you see someone like the American ones and it's like, they're shocking.
That's the thing. In the American version, you fully see... So in the American version, she's called Samara, and you fully see her face, and it doesn't work for me. Like, Samara's face is like... Do you remember the YouTube videos back in the day where it was like a car driving along and then the jump scare would come out? That's Samara's face. Like, it's so... It's not even, like, grotesque enough to be creepy.
No.
The only cool thing that I'll give... Again, I don't know if this is in any of the, like, J-horror sequels. I've only seen the first Ring.
Yeah.
But when Samara comes out the telly and it's that kind of VHS glitch on
Yeah.
her. I really, really like that effect. I know you didn't, but I
Nah.
thought it gave it a little bit of something, something, do you know what I mean? But as soon as like the hair parted and I saw her face, I was like, oh no, I'm out, man. Like,
The American version of like Samara is just too janky.
yeah,
Like, but I don't know if that's the movie's fault because that's just the way it was in the early 2000s.
yeah,
I'll just say the Japanese one isn't dated. Like, technology's dated in it, but like you could watch this at any point and not feel like, right, this is placed in this time.
absolutely,
Whereas,
absolutely.
whereas the American one, you know when this is an early 2000s number.
Yes, yes. By the blue filter alone, although according to IMDb, that filter's supposed to be green. So I'm either colourblind as fuck or that's a weird teal colour,
that
do you know
was
what I mean?
blue.
Wasn't it? It was very Twilight.
Yeah. Is that I feel the Japanese version set the emphasis on dread and all that.
Yes.
And it wasn't through the way the movie looked. It was just that the actors like conveying it, whereas the American one, where it's like that weird filter, it's always raining, it's always dark. And is it you don't need that. You've got actors that can do that.
Absolutely. But save Naomi Watts for later because I've
Yeah.
got shit to say. In the Japanese one, I love the backstory they give to Sadako and how it is so rooted in like folklore. Like when the journalist first finds out that her niece has died and everyone's like, it's this mad fucking VHS that's killing everybody, and she's like, don't talk pish.
Yeah.
But like every high school's got folklore like that, and I'm not saying like ring level folklore, but I mean everybody's got a cousin whose pal was at another school who like get pregnant off a toilet seat, like that kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like these stories have been going on for fucking years. They just kind of got adapted to the next generation, and I really liked that the Japanese one was like super rooted in the folklore of like Sadako's backstory, and obviously we'll talk about the VHS as well, but like the VHS tape, the actual video of You Die in 7 Days, it's very simplistic. Like it's creepy but very simple in how they do it, and that's another thing that changes up with the American one. But you've got a bit about Sadako's backstory.
Yeah, so what it was is the doctors found that Sadako's mother, I can't remember her name, forgive me, they found out that she had ESP abilities, basically a psychic. And it's more about how they were trying to prove to people and all that, like she is psychic.
Yeah.
But there's a scene in it where it shows you the footage. Like, they found this footage where when they went to the island, the journalist got up and like exclaimed that Sadako's mother isn't psychic, but then he just drops down dead.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah,
And everybody's like, oh, what happened there? Turns out it is Sadako doing this, and the doctor tries to basically keep her away from everybody. Like, don't get me wrong, the story's not airtight.
Oh, absolutely not.
And the reasons in either both versions, because yet again, like the Japanese ones is this girl isn't bad.
No.
She is just like she's been like through so much bad shit in her life that you kinda don't feel sorry for what she's doing to people.
No.
Yeah.
And like you say, like obviously like it's not her fault that she has these abilities, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'd be fucking pissed off too if I was getting locked in rooms all the time.
Yeah.
And then instead of just dealing with the problem, she gets flung down a well. Do you know what I mean?
The doctor just batters her out of the head, flings her down.
Aye, smashing. I had fucking haunt you and all, you bastard.
It's actually crazy how like the Japanese are able to do it, because say with the Grudge and that was just because bad stuff happened.
Yeah, the house was full of anger kind of thing. Yeah.
Is that I feel like we could do with more movies like that in the West.
Yeah, rather than just demon bad fight demon,
Yeah.
like actually have a bit of like, and this, please don't think that I'm comparing this movie to Japanese horror, but Mama was kind of like that. Like Mama was not a good film. Let's start there. But Mama had that she wasn't haunting the house because she wanted to get them. She was haunting the house because she didn't have her baby and she wanted them to be her babies. Do you know what I mean? So she had a sad backstory, and I know there was the whole thing of like they were really trying to punch you with the emotional thing, but it just didn't work. But that's the first one off the top of my head of like recent-ish kind of horror that's more about like the villain's not a villain, she's just got a super tragic backstory. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Like it's too easy for the West to be like, oh, it's the devil.
Yeah.
The devil sent a demon to cause shit, and is it? But why?
Yeah.
Like, what is this family done, or why is this happening? Like, it'd be cool to get a bit of backstory into why the fuck this is happening to these people.
Totally, absolutely. We'll just talk about the tape for 2 seconds. So in the Japanese version, the tape is so simple. It's just like a woman brushing her hair, looking in the mirror. There's like a glitch cut of like Sadako in the mirror, and then it's just like loads of kind of creepy like crawly bits. There's like a bit of like loads of like men crawling over each other. There's like a sea, there's the tree, there's all that kind of stuff. But it's like eerie without punching you in the face with it. Like, this is why I love the Japanese version, is because it's the build up to everything. Do you know what I mean? And everything's like quietly eerie, but they're not all being like, oh my god, like every 5 minutes. Whereas the American one, they've added more like that fucking millipede, the CGI millipede and all that.
It's just bizarre, the American one.
And like, they're like, what is it, the finger or a toe? Somebody's toe gets lobbed off or something like that. But it's like really bad CGI. Yeah. And it's like, the American version has tried so hard to throw in more kind of, not gorier bits, but like openly visceral bits. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't need that. The Japanese version did it so effectively. Even down to, like, I love that I'm like, oh, by the end you'll find out what one we like. I think it's pretty fucking obvious what one we prefer, do you know what I mean? But even down to, in the Japanese one, when they pick up the phone, and it's just, you don't hear anything, but you see them freaking the fuck out. Whereas in the American one, it's like 7 days, and it's like, all right, cool, I no bother, like.
Yeah, it is quite cool how, like, obviously, as I said, this goes into like a lot of the anxieties about new technology in Japan, and how he's managed to merge like this like old age spiritual belief system into like the modern times, like obviously 1998, like of the time. But it's like the videotape's been made, new technology, you watch it, then it's like a mundane thing like a phone call.
Aye.
Like that is so like that's normal for everybody.
Aye.
But then like, he could turn into this terrifying thing. And it also leads into other stuff like chainmail. That is essentially just, oh, if you do this, it's going to get, you need to pass it on.
Do you remember chainmail? It was like, if you don't send this to 10 people, you're going to die in 5 days. I always done it as well, man. Like, I was like, okay, no problem.
That's it. This is just like the videotape version of chainmail.
Yeah.
And it is cool how he's managed to merge that. Like, because obviously nowadays, like, technology's advancing rapidly. Like, there's something like every other month coming out that's going to change the world.
Skynet is sentient. Yeah.
But we are that used to it now that it's nothing new to us. Like, we don't really fear it. Whereas back then, it feels like, especially that, it's coming up for the millennium, like, just all this panic is it's so alien to me how this can be, like, how can you be scared of this? Like, the amount of good stuff, there's been bad stuff as well. Like, that's a whole different podcast though.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can you be scared of it? Like, you should be embracing it with it. The people like, no, don't.
But I remember though, and I don't know if this is just my family, right? But like, I remember when DVDs were coming out, like, obviously I was a child when DVDs were coming out, but I remember like my granddad being like, no, I've got hundreds of VHSs in there, there'll be nothing better than a VHS. And then, like, my uncle bought my granddad a DVD player and his first ever DVD. And do you remember the advert? And it was like, you can hear a pin drop. And then it was like the helicopters going on and all that. And I remember my granddad watching a DVD being like, that's fucking amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I also feel like that's aging us horribly of, like, I remember when DVDs were first a thing. Do you know what I mean?
I do feel that as the generation went on, like, we do embrace it a lot easier now.
Absolutely.
And maybe especially the way it is now, that it's like maybe we should be more wary and questioning stuff, but well, it's just hanging, as I say that quickly, you don't get a chance.
I know, Jenny, I know, you're absolutely correct. And like you're saying, obviously it is such a simple concept of this being like chainmail VHS kind of thing. Yeah. But I love that the concept has evolved through the years. Like look at It Follows, do you know what I mean? And I understand that movie's an allegory for STDs, but same kind of thing, do you know what I mean? Of like, you get it, you pass it on, you get it, you pass it on, do you know what I mean?
It's like, this movie's got a lot to explain when it comes to people stealing their ideas, and just like this cyclical nature that it has is like, every other movie's done it, but just slapped a different meaning to it.
You are hitting me with such fucking takes, Ross. I'm looking at you in awe now.
Aye.
Love this. I do love, though, just like, to summarise what you're saying is just like, this iconic movie would not be made if people weren't shitebags about technology.
Yeah. I mean, there's been many movies, especially made in Japan, about this. And I don't understand, because they've, like, been some at the forefront of the most technological advances.
I was literally about to say that. I'm like, every new thing that comes out comes from Japan.
Yeah, like, in terms of tech, it's them and, like America. I mean, that's not saying that Britain and that don't do
No,
their
but
bit,
I know what you mean.
like, Japan have done, especially like video game industry and all that, like, it's all Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there was that one in the 60s, I can't remember what it was called, but there was a guy who ended up turning into, like, this weird robot. I mean, it's such a weird movie, but it's, like, kind of regarded as one of the best in Japan.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
and that's like, oh no, technology's too bad. And it's like, what? Like, you're making everything?
I know. I use all Camden.
Aye.
So, like, within the ring, obviously, like, the journalist investigates and stuff, and then she watches the tape, and then in both versions, well, in the Japanese version, our ex-husband, what is it he does? He's like a professor or something.
I mean, I assume he's a professor. If it goes in, if it tells you, I couldn't have caught it.
Aye. My favourite bit when we watched the Japanese version was just you being like, oh my god, that's the country shogun.
Aye.
I was like, oh my god, so it is
That
like...
was so unexpected.
That's it. Like, obviously, I only know that guy is like being an old guy.
Aye.
And then we sat and looked him up and he's been in like fucking John Wick. He's been in the Avengers. And I'm like, why am I not noticing this
Yeah,
guy?
like, how can you be more memorable when you're older?
100%.
Like, he's had a better career, like, the last 10 years. I mean, that's not to, like, dismiss anything he done in
Oh
Japan.
no,
and that,
your
but,
man's been
I
grafting.
mean, you've made the ring, so fucking fair dues to you, mate. But as soon as I seen it, I was like, I know that country somewhere.
Well, like, she gets him involved. He watches the tape because I do love that she's like, I ain't bother, you watch it, don't worry about it. And the two of them basically spend her 7 days investigating it because obviously she's not wanting to die in 7 days. But see, when her kid watches it, like, it's so, like, I audibly gasped, even though I knew it was coming because I'd seen the American ring and I think I'd seen this ring like once or something, but like I not enough to like remember
Yeah.
it. But like in the Japanese one, when she's like trying to look up stuff or she sees like a vision or something and then she opens the door and her Wayne's watching it and you're like, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, basically, like, if the point of the ring is not like respect your ancestors, be wary of technology, it's gonna no be a shite parent. Do you know what I mean? In both versions, the parents are terrible, but in this one, the Japanese one, there's at least a bit of like added like husband slap or ex-husband slap ex-wife about kind of thing. Like,
Aye, that's like that scene very like that was the only scene that was very out of place for me.
it came out of
Yeah.
nowhere, and I was like, why are you hitting her? Like, but even like in both of them, like the son, and there's a scene in both where the son and the dad stand in front of each other and they both look at each other and then the dad like scuttles past his Wayne. So in both of them it's like avoidant parenting kind of thing.
Yeah.
But even like I understand she's a single mum and mums need to work and yada yada, but for this wee guy being like 7, he is a fucking like he can fend for himself. I mean, this guy's making like 4-course meals and shit.
This is where I think the movies differ in that the American version focuses more on the family. Mm-hmm. Not to say she doesn't in the J-horror one, but you don't really get that feeling that she cares about her kid. Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely get what you mean. You can see like when she's getting to the end of her 7 days, she's a bit like, okay, love you, have fun with granddad kind of thing. But and she's like shocked when he's watched the tape, but it does come through a lot more in the American version that she's like, never mind me, I need to save my Wayne.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like you can feel more in the Americans, like the dynamics of it, and I don't know if that's just because it's like a cultural thing again.
Yeah,
Like,
I get you.
I can't really talk about parenting cultures in Japan because, funny enough, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I've never
But,
been to Japan.
Like the Americans and that, they really love the whole like family, everything. Like
yeah,
you
the
know,
nuclear family and everybody's
like,
happy and
yeah.
sitting around the table for dinner. And
yeah,
that,
like being like a strong mother. In the original, you feel more that she's thinking more about her career.
Yes, and she's also in the original. Which I think her reaction is fucking valid, right? Like she spends the 7 days flapping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, "What do I do? Where do I go? What the fuck is this? Yada yada yada." And your man for Shogun, he's the one that like kind of steers the boat. If you know what I mean, like he knows what they need to look up. He knows what they need to find. And I'm not being funny. If I knew that I had 7 days to live, I'd be like, I'd be the exact same as her.
Yeah.
But also, I understand she's trying to solve it to save herself and that. But if I had 7 days, I wouldn't be leaving my Wayne at his granda's and being like, I'll get you in a bit. Like, when you know you're going to die, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd at least, I don't know, even if one of those 7 days is like taking your way to the carnival or something, like having a really nice day, do you know what I mean?
This is what I don't understand, and I might be going out A territory a bit here. So, in both versions, they need to go to the well
Yes.
to recover Sadako Samara's body, right? This is on day 7.
Yes.
If that didn't work, what the fuck were they going to tell that kid?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like, not that it didn't work, it's that her time passed as the mothers were at the wells.
Yes.
So why? You're not going to give your kid anything.
No, yeah, exactly. And your Wayne's already annoyed at you because you're never there, because you're permo working. Like, you would at least be like, one of the days, be like to the dad, listen, you've not really been in your Wayne's life. Go to you take over this part of the investigation.
Yeah,
and I'll take him for an ice cream and go to the beach and we'll just have one really good, memorable day before I die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you need to sort this shit out.
Yeah, like, take the reins for a day before I pop him his granddad. We finish this mystery. Do you know what I mean?
Is it, as you were saying about, like, in the Japanese one, she feels more frantic. I don't know if it's because in the American one, there's a longer runtime. She doesn't seem bothered. Naomi Watts doesn't seem bothered whatsoever.
No, Naomi, yeah, as soon as she watches the video and gets the call, she's just a bit like, kind of like, all right then, no problem. Like, there's no... I kind of feel like that's a thing in the American one in general, though. Like, the pacing is all over the shop, man. Like, some bits are, like, super frantic, and then other bits it's like, yada, yada. But then, like, the dad in the American one at least tries to make amends, like, with the kids. Like, it's like, oh, I just didn't think I'd be a good dad. Do you want me around? Like, to the kid. Whereas in the Japanese one, he's like, nah, being a dad's no for me. But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fair enough.
Like, it was just, like, two career-focused people in the Japanese one, whereas they tried to give the dad a bit more depth and a personality, if you will.
Yes.
I mean, I'm saying that maybe that's me being really rude because obviously, like, Japanese style acting, that's very different.
Yes.
So maybe I'm not used to it. I won't pick up on it, but I get that vibe that, like, it was just like, we need this guy being in the movie to help her.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I didn't really see him. I didn't really feel that at any point he was like, "Oh, my kid."
I totally get you, and I don't think you're wrong in your take, right? Because I got the same. I'm like, this guy just doesn't give a fuck about his Wayne. But I also get, like, obviously, we're just two people from Glasgow that have never been to Japan. Like, we just like watching YouTube videos about Japan. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I don't know what the parenting styles and that over there, and obviously acting styles are different. So if we are, like, way off the fucking mark, somebody please let us know and be like, oh, you've missed this or you've no picked up this. Because that's something as well as, like, if we're watching a movie that requires subtitles, it's so fucking hard to try and take notes and read the subtitles and all that. So, like, we were watching it but also, like, writing down at the same time. So if there's bits we've heavy missed, like, wire in.
I mean, maybe I'm totally off mark. This is probably a hot take as well, but I just feel that, like, you must have, like, the same feelings being a parent. Like, it must be, like, a universal thing that you care about your kid at some point.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, like, all parents, right, okay, right, yeah. You told me you fucking care about your Wayne, right?
But it just doesn't come across in the J-horror one at all. And I think it's just the bad writing in that and the remake that she comes across that she doesn't give a shit that much.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, the dad in the J-horror one just does not care, man, at all. It's so funny.
So, like, I just want to get into a bit about the different stylings of them. So it's like, in the Japanese one, it's all very, like, natural.
Yes.
And, like, they go to, like, the woods and all that. And it's, like, so slow. Like, this is, like, a driving movie as well.
Aye.
And it's quite weird how you can fit all this in an hour 35. Whereas, like, the American one is just very, like, yeah, we're going here. There's kind of no, like, you don't really get a break from it, but the movie doesn't really keep you that enthralled in it to justify it.
No, like I said earlier on, I think I would compare the original Ring to, like, the way of 70s horror movies where, like, it's really slow, but you don't realise how embedded in it you are until shit starts going down, and then you're like, oh, fuck. But like you're saying, obviously, where I think there's more happenings in the American one, like, more shit goes down, but it feels a bit more frantic, but they need to get from like point A to point B, but the journey from point A to point B takes fucking forever. Like the pace is really off, and then by the time they're at B, they need to immediately leap to C, but then it's like takes really long. Like, do you know what I mean? This pacing's so all over the shop.
I think that's how they try and create like the frantic nature, which they don't have in the American version.
No.
Like, I think that's how they done it in America. It's like, right, we need to go here, but we end up here, and it's like, but I want to see what's happening as you're doing that. Like, it tries it once, and the fucking horrible horse scene when she's on the boat in the American version.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much unnecessary shit in the American one to try and, like, flesh out a storyline.
Yes, yeah, I've got stuff about that as well, so save that, because we're going to talk about the American one in 5 minutes. Like, properly talk about the American one. But I do totally get what you mean, though, of, like, the Japanese one is just an hour and a half, and it's, like, it does not fuck about, do you know what I mean? It's, like, I love the beginning of it, though, where it's just, like, two lassies, like, sitting in the house being like, hee, we watched this film. And then it's like, oh, did you? Oh, no. And then the phone goes. And then basically from there, you're just off. And there is high stakes in the Japanese one, but they go about it in a more naturalistic way, if you know what I mean, where it's just like, oh, this has happened. Like, A to B to C is pretty seamless, do you know what I mean? Whereas, again, like you were saying, the American one is like crowbar and all these like happenings into it. Like
the American one tries to fling in more horror moments.
Yes.
Whereas the Japanese one just really, like, it just lets you along with the story. And what I think would be good is, see if you knew nothing about the Ring, like anything at all, you'd be intrigued into you'd be more sucked into the Japanese one, because it is portrayed more as a mystery in the horror, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You would rather watch that and be like, right, what is going on here?
Yes. And the ending as well, the ending in the Japanese one feels more open-ended, if you know what I mean. And like, see, even like when they're in the well, when they find Sadako's body, like, it's so sad, do you know what I mean? Like, she obviously picks it up as the girl, and then it falls off, and it's just the skin, and there's more of this sadness to it, you know, rather than the American one. It's just like, oh, okay, do you know what I mean? But then even like, obviously in both of them, there's the, oh, well, I'm saved, but he's fucked, and the Wayne's still not saved, so how do we get to that? And we'll find out if we ever watch Ring 2, you know? Yeah. But there's more of like a fuck moment, do you know what I mean? Rather than in the American one, it's very like, they try to copy it word for word, and it just doesn't slap at all. Like,
no, I get there's a lot more coldness in the American version.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's because they spend more time at the well in the Japanese version. Like, you actually see them, like, struggle and try to get the water out.
Yes.
The way they do it, fucking idiotic.
No, 100%. 100%.
Like, that wouldn't be my way of doing it, but what do I know, right? But I understand. I also think what kills it is, like, in the American one, you get the weird CGI melting.
Yes.
Like, that takes you out straight away. Like, the Japanese do this cool where it's just basically, like, it brings her up, but then it's like her skin rips almost.
Yeah, like, it's like a melt kind of thing. Yeah.
Whereas the American one, it shows you her as like a normal person.
Yes.
And then it's like this weird melting and like bubbling away and all that. I mean, I don't know how it would look, but it doesn't sit right with me. And not because I'm uncomfortable, it's just that it looks stupid.
No, I totally get you. And obviously, like, both of them, the actual ending, like, the only part of the film that you see Sadako/Samara is when the ex-husband, the telly starts glitching, and then the well pops up, and we get the famous, like, Cindy, the TV's leaking, like, the water's coming out the telly, and Sadako comes out the telly and is just, like, standing there, but, like, she's not doing anything, right? See, in the Japanese one, she's literally crawled out the telly and stands there like a creepy fucking bitch, right? And that would be enough for me. I'm like, get the fuck back in that telly, you spooky bitch, right? And then all you see is the eye, and then boof, done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all you need.
And it's so fucking good. Whereas the American one, there's more, like, water is, like, flooding his fucking gaff coming out the telly. But she, like, glitches. She, like, comes out the telly. Again, I like the VHS kind of glitch thing on her, but you were like, that's cheesy as fuck. But then instead of just standing there like a creepy bitch, she's like glitching about the apartment
Yeah.
and stuff, and like
Yeah, what is it teleporting all about?
it's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah, there's no
It's
need
so
for it.
bizarre. And like I feel like, yeah, like the Japanese one is just very like she's gonna go and find out what's going on, because obviously she walks in and sees that he's like his heart stopped
Yeah.
through fear. Whereas the American one, I don't know, man, like I feel like they drag the ending on too
Yeah.
long. Like she obviously goes in, his body is moved because he's like on the floor
Yeah.
trying to back away from Samara, and then when she goes into the apartment, there's water fucking everywhere, and he's like sitting in a chair.
Yeah, so she's killed him, picked him up, put him on a chair, fucked off.
Aye. Whereas Sadako just fucking leaves
Yeah.
him on the floor. She's like, that's fucking right. Do you know what I mean?
Like it's. I feel that the ending of the American was meant to be the big, like, all right, this is going to scare the shit out of the audiences, because there's not a lot of scares in these.
No.
The American one tries to put it in with some parts, but
I've got a list, but
yeah. But I feel that they went, right, we need this to really hit. Like, oh, this movie's not going to work, and it doesn't hit. Like, it's so silly.
I think it really fucking takes you out of it, to be honest. But
like,
yeah.
I don't need a CGI monster, like a CGI spirit. You had a girl standing there
Yeah.
to do this on. Why not just use her?
100%. 100%.
Now, as we've said in many podcasts before, watch all the old podcasts, by the way.
I go back and listen to every fucking episode.
Is that the less you see, the better. But this is the one time where you see less of her and they make it worse.
Absolutely.
It is incredible how they've done that.
Absolutely. The rest of my stuff's just about the American one, so we'll fucking fully just... I love as well that we've literally... You can tell in what order we watch these movies, because we've talked about the Japanese one from like start to finish, and now we're about to go all over again. I feel like the American one, immediately within the first 5 minutes, is set up as like a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
This is very much, it's a Friday night, take your girlfriend to see The Ring, and she'll get so scared she'll leap into your arms. It's very that vibe.
Because I feel that, as you said, come see The Ring and that. 2002, people wouldn't have, possibly not have heard about the Japanese version.
Yeah.
I think you'd have had to really have your ear in to hear anything about this.
Yeah.
So they've made this more just a straight up horror, where I think the Japanese one has a bit more like thought and feeling behind it.
Yeah.
Like
I totally get you.
Like, I think the American one's just like all filler, no thriller.
Ooh, girl, look at you.
Yeah, it's like they've just wanted to make it as, oh, look, this creepy woman, this is what this is. This is because you see a hell of a lot more over in this one.
That's literally what I was going to say
Yeah.
next. And like, there's a whole like 10-minute montage of like Samara's backstory of like her being a creepy wee kid in like the mental home and all this kind of stuff. But like, I feel in the American one, where there was sympathy in the Japanese one, in the American one it's like, she was born evil, she's fucking ruining everybody's life. Like, Brian Cox is our dad in this one. Big up Brian Cox. And I mean, it's not the first time he's played an arsehole dad, you know what I mean? But he's like seriously like, nah, she was like born evil. My fucking horses killed themselves cause of her. And he makes her mum throw her down the well.
Yeah.
It's so fucking like, Brian Cox is an arsehole, man.
Like, what I don't understand though is, Japanese one, they really push the ESP, like psychic powers and all that. In this one, nothing at all.
Nope,
it's just
she's
like,
just bad.
Yeah, it's like her evil's like just a virus that spreads. I was like, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't at all. It really
like,
doesn't.
I think they're just trying to fit it into the narrative of like, oh, like her evil's like seeped into the video and all that. Is it? It's stupid. And another thing that really gets me,
I don't know.
is the Japanese one's very wary of technology. The American one leans into it so much.
To the point where Brian Cox plugs in about 40 tellies and VHS things and kills himself in the bathtub with all this electricity. Maybe that's a metaphor that went right over our heads.
But I get that in the 4-year technology advanced, but it's like the original's very, oh, be wary of this. Where America was, right, just lean into it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to use your cell phone, you want to go on a computer to do this, you need to go to this big fucking mad weird recording factory to skim through all this stuff.
Yeah, because she goes through the VHS frame by frame. That's when she picks out the fly kind of thing.
I feel like they lean far too into it, like into the technology for this to work.
Absolutely. Now, is this where I get to moan about Naomi Watts?
Aye, go ahead.
Excellent. Right. I don't know if anybody else is going to be on my level with this, right? I don't mind Naomi Watts. She doesn't super offend me, but I don't get it. Like, I feel like she has been in fucking Hunters, like, and obviously, like, should be more, or, I mean, I'm not saying she's not successful, but I feel like I forget about Naomi Watts until she pops up in something,
Yeah,
you know?
okay,
like,
okay.
And, like, when you go through, like, the movies that she's been in bangers, do you know what I mean? And she's made a lot, do you know what I
Aye.
mean? But, so obviously, it's kind of the same thing of, like, if you make Hunters, something's going to stick.
Yeah.
I do kind of feel, though, that her bombs are pretty bad. Like, remember she was in one of those, like, 5 Diana movies that came out in, like, the same year?
Oh, that was a weird time.
Yeah. I mean, she was in The Impossible that made, like, everyone cry about the tsunami. But, like, she's even been in, like, J. Edgar. I'll give her. I liked her in the American remake of Funny Games, but I would rather watch the original. That's another thing about Naomi Watts. She fucking loves an American remake. Funny Games, The Ring, was it Mummy, Dear Mum?
Mummy Dearest?
Mummy Dearest.
Oh, was that her as well?
She was in the American remake. And yeah, I just kind of feel like she seems to be your go-to gal for like pish remakes of stuff. I get King Kong and all that. Was it Mulholland Drive and stuff? That's what I mean, though, is like the ones that she's been in that have been big, have been like, oh my god, class. But I don't know. I do also kind of feel like she's a bit of a Poundland Nicole Kidman, but
yeah, I get
like,
that vibe from her.
they look the same. Apparently they're pals. I also thought Naomi. What is it with me thinking people are Australian? I thought Angus McFadden was Australian as well. Turns out she's British and just moved to Australia. So apparently her and Nicole Kidman came up at the same time. But it's not that a pure, like, I don't care enough about Naomi Watts to like hate her.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Naomi Watts. Like, I never feel like she's a driving force to like a film, and I'm never gonna queue up to see a film just because she's in it. And whatever she's in, I feel like she's fucking mediocre at best. And yet is so fucking successful and is booking all these fucking jobs and is in like every other film. So like, clearly I'm an arsehole, do you know what I mean? Like, she's fine, but fuck's sake, Naomi Watts. And she just does this really annoying thing with her face, like,
fucking hell, man, steady on.
I know.
She's not that bad in this.
I know. It's just, there's just something about her I find incredibly irritating. She's not at the level of Gerard Butler and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, no, nowhere near it.
But she's maybe like 4th, 5th rung, do you know what I mean, of like actors I don't really want to hang about with. As if I'm ever going to get the opportunity, but you know what I mean. Sorry, Naomi, if you ever listen to this episode. Sitting in her house being like, but they can't stay in a
fuck's sake, Lauren, steady on, man.
I know, sorry, that's me done with Naomi. Also, shout out to the dad in this film who was the arsehole witch hunter in American Horror Story Coven. Oh, I looked up his IMDb. That guy's been in pish. At least Naomi Watts has been successful, do you know what I mean?
I feel like the American cast is bad.
Why?
Like, I don't really get any of the same feeling watching them as I do the original.
No.
And it's not, like, yes, you can blame just it's an American's take on this or like an American studio take on it, but they just don't give you anything.
And like, and this is, now do not take this as any hate to Adam Brody, right? Fucking love Adam Brody. But he always pops up as like a wee cameo in these early 2000s horror movies. And it's like, okay, they've only kind of crowbarred you in it so that the OC crowd will go see this, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit pointless him being in it.
Yeah, he's only in it for 5 minutes to be like, oh, what about the tape? And it's like, oh, what tape? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like nobody could be arsed making this, and Brian Cox is guilty of this, is that he shouts his way through a movie.
He owns up to that, though. Brian Cox is very much like, I'll fucking be in anything. Like, if I'm getting paid, I'm in it. Do you know what I mean?
100%, I agree with that. Like, you don't know when your next paycheck's going to be,
100%.
but at least try and act.
Yeah.
All he does is look raging and shout. And it's like, you are better than that.
Aye.
Like, we've seen you better than this.
Aye.
What is it with the Brian Cox thing recently? Fucking Braveheart then this?
Does that mean with the Succession next?
Oh, fuck, how long we got?
See, to be honest, if you went through Brian Cox's entire fucking filmography, we'd be here for days, man.
Yeah. Like, I get he takes a very laid back way of acting, like in interviews and all. He does not that he doesn't care, but he's like, I'm old, I've had my career. Like, I'll go and do and say what the fuck I want.
Yeah, I think he's definitely at that point. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where he's like, if I think you're a cunt, I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you you're a cunt. Yeah.
But I do think in this, it is the laziest acting you'll see.
100%.
I just wish there was like more care and attention brought to this movie.
Yes.
Because it could have been great if they just kept up, made it work in the J-horror one, but they totally ripped the whole soul out of this movie.
Absolutely. Keep it simple, keep it moving.
Yeah.
I will, though, back that wee kid that's in this. The kid in the American version is so fucking creepy. But unintentionally creepy.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be.
He's such a wee granda. Yeah, like, the kid in the original, there's something a bit dodgy about him as well. But, like, the kid in the original just kind of seems a bit over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I understand the point of the children is, like, they're a bit older older in their years than what they should be, because they've basically had to fend for themselves while the Ma's been out going for the career and all this kind of stuff, right? But the kid in the J-horror one, he has his creepy moments, but he just kind of seems fucking over it. Like, his Ma's like, oh, I'll be back in a minute. He's like, I ain't bother, right, cool, I'm at Granda's, don't worry about it. Whereas the kid in this movie this kid's seen some shit. This kid was there in Nam, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand. Now, maybe it is just, as I say, the American thing with family and that.
Mm-hmm.
But say the kid in Japan almost like he does fend for himself.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm okay with that. With this, they try and make you feel sorry more. Is it you can convey that with her being an absent mother and him being like, I would say absent dad, but he's not even a fucking daddy at any point.
I know.
But is it, you don't need the wee kid to be like, oh.
Yeah.
No.
Even the bit where, like, when they're going to the funeral and she's like, where's my dress? And the kid is like, laid the dress out on the sofa and doing his own tie. And she's looking at him like, oh, that's my boy. And I'm like, he's fucking 7.
Yeah.
Like, you should be fucking doing his tie. Do you know what I mean?
It's insane, like, how... I mean, I assume it's a... Like, I hope they fucking watched the original one and they maybe hanged ideas from it, but I think they've just took the wrong ideas, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. And, like, earlier on we were saying there's a lot more, like, happenings in the American one. Like, there's a lot more... They really do try and crowbar the horror in. So there's, like, the part where she's in the shower and pulls, like, the long strands of hair out of her mouth, which also they did in the American remake of The Grudge, where her hands, remember the hands come out of the back of Sarah Michelle Gellar's head. You also fully see, like, Samara's spirit in Aiden's room, in the wee boy's room, which doesn't fucking happen in the Japanese one. The tape in general is just a lot more creepy, crawly, visceral feeling. Also, she pulls the fly out of the VHS, which is obviously a nod to, like, Samara's about to come out to telly.
Yeah.
But even, like, when they go to Brian Cox's house, there's, like, the dried blood patterns on the wall and all this kind of stuff before that. Calm down, we didn't need any of that.
No, it's just what they think, like, American audiences will want. Is it? The Western world can do subtlety.
100%.
Like, if you make a movie that do it, people will get it.
Absolutely.
But I don't understand why they had to hit you over the head with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really think that is the thing. I think the American one just feels a bit more soulless, and it's more dumbed down than what it needs to be. Like, we watched the Japanese one and we got it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't need the same. I don't know. Again, I was like to you, I don't know when I've watched. I know I've seen both, but I don't remember when. But, like, I think I've obviously just been heavy young when I've watched The American Ring and been like, this is a good film, and then never watched it again. And now I'm like, what a load of pish. And you were talking earlier on about the horse bit.
So, I don't know what possessed them to do this.
Aye.
But if you've seen the J-horror, not this one, it's when she needs to get the boat to the island where Sadako/Samara, like, lived, if you will.
Yes.
So in the American one, she goes herself rather than with a boyfriend/husband.
Yes. No, ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend/husband, sorry. And she spooks a horse, which for no reason, I don't know why, that she decides it's a good idea to put her hand in a horse's crate.
Carrier thing?
Like carriage, whatever, right?
Why didn't I?
Like, you know what I mean? A horse caravan.
Horses.
Aye. And the thing goes mental, goes off the rails, and she's like, "Oh no, it's all right. No reason whatsoever."
No.
And funny enough, that I think it's obviously to portray Sadako Samara's there, is going to go fucking mental.
Yeah.
Which is poorly done, right? But the horse kicks open the door and runs about the ferry.
Yeah.
Which, for no fucking reason, then ends up just yeeting off the ferry and dying.
Yeah. No. Worse than that. Yeets off, is like floating. There's crowds. There's like kids at the front of the railing being like, oh, look at the horse. Then it goes under through the fucking propellers, and all you see is like horse guts and blood, and she's just sitting there. Where's the guy who owns the horse?
Yeah.
Like, that's his prize foal.
Well, I don't understand why this was put in here. Like, this is what I'm saying. They try and portray this one as more of a, it is a demon, it is a ghost or something, is something bad's doing this. It doesn't give me any reason to care about why Naomi Watts is doing this.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like, really, they had everything ready-made for them to make this movie great, and they didn't. I don't understand how you can do that.
Like, at least the Psycho remake really did try and go for the frame-by-frame remake. I suppose that's the thing with remakes, though. It's like, if you do it frame-by-frame, what the fuck's the point of remaking it when I can just watch the original, do you know what I mean? But if you're going to remake it, and as well, like, I mean, we watched that documentary thing about J-horror on Shudder, and the way they talk about, like, Ringu, I always feel like saying Ringu sounds weird. I feel like I'm talking about Pingu, the penguin, do you know what I mean? But the way they talk about the original is as if it's like, this is heralded, do you know what I mean? Like, they fucking loved this movie. And I'm like, like, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know. I wouldn't be pleased with it if I was in it, but cool.
No, it's just the American way of doing it, isn't it? Like, they all, like, I'm not saying do it frame by frame, but you can, like,
trust your audience.
Yeah.
Trust your audience to just get it. Do you know what I mean?
The elements that worked, and it isn't the jump scares and that, because they're not in it. Like, you're lucky if there's 2 jump scares in the original. So why do you feel, I love this movie, I would love to add more jump scares?
Yeah, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah,
do you know what I
it's
mean?
bizarre to me.
So, I mean, I'm going to ask, but it's going to sound stupid. What one do you prefer?
Oh, J-horror one.
I 100%. Like, I love that it's like, find out later what one we prefer. Like, we'll just slag the American one and fuck you.
Like, there's more care, there's more attention.
100%.
Like, they really thought this one out. Whereas I think the Americans have, like, a lot to explain how all the work's been done for them. They can just bastardise it.
America, explain.
Yeah. Even just one more thing about it.
Another.
So in the Japanese one, this is when they do like the exposition stuff and that. When they're looking at TV and they see a ghost pointing.
Yes.
That's fair, right? I can understand that spirit's helping them. Japanese, very culturally spiritual and that. Fair enough. In the American one, is this weird light thing that moves?
Yes.
Why the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, it's this weird blur that just goes along. And I was like, what the fuck? Why?
See, I'm that thick, I'd have missed the blur. Like, some spirits try to help me out. I'm like, la la la.
Yeah, like, they just cheapen it down to, it's a wee orb that's floating about that points them to where they need to go, is it?
Oh, you love an orb.
It's pathetic. Like, as I'm saying, it's not thought out at all.
Yeah.
Aye, but what one do you prefer then?
Oh, no, Japanese one, hands down.
Easy.
Fuck Naomi Watts. Like,
aye.
But I do want to watch The Ring 2, because apparently The Ring 2 explains more. I'm not like the J-horror version.
Yeah.
Apparently it explains more, and obviously there is a reason why there's fucking hundreds of them now. I'm not saying I want to watch all 10, but like I want to know more about like the back story kind of thing that isn't just like dribs and drabs that I've got off of people.
See, I'll watch them, but I don't need to know any more about Sadako.
Yeah, quite happy.
I'm quite content in what, unless the sequel carries on the story of this one.
Yes.
Like, of the original people. It may or may not, I don't know. But, I mean, remember that one? It was like, The Ring 6, it was Johnny Galecki.
Yes.
And it was basically, they were doing it through, as I said, fucking like chainmail.
Yeah, they done it in email. She was in a lighthouse this time. Yeah, like, that was fucking weird.
Like, what is the point? Like, I get people got the idea, we can do this now for the TikTok age. Obviously, if they do it now, is it? We don't need it.
Oh my... I know, Jenny. I know, you're right.
Tell them.
Oh my God. I would actually love to see, like, Samara and TikTok. Like, Samara coming out the phone. Like, I'm in. I do kind of want to watch The Grudge versus The Ring just purely for the popcorn factor of it. Like, you know that movie's going to be shite, but I'm here for it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's going to be fucking terrible, but
Aye,
I will watch
100%.
it. I'll be ready.
Listen, Freddy versus Jason is unironically a fucking belter. Alien versus Predator, I'll watch it. Do you know what I mean?
That is the equivalent of Freddy versus Jason interview.
Yeah, basically.
That's amazing.
In Japan, yeah.
Like, Ju-on versus some Sadako?
Yeah. Sadako. I fuck it, right? That's getting watched after this episode. We need another sickness film.
Aye. Oh, God.
Do you have a Let's Go?
It's a J-horror one. I don't have one for American.
Yeah.
But
No.
My Let's Go is kind of my favourite scene as well. And it's when Sadako comes out of TV.
That's mine. That is totally mine. Yeah. I think it's so much more effective in the J-horror one. I've got some useless information on it, so I'm trying not to go too much in there. I don't really have anything for the American one, but my favourite scene is literally just see the first 10 minutes of like the wee lassies being like, oh, I fancy this boy and he and oh, have you heard this urban legends about the videotape and all that? Like, it's just such an innocent way to set up this like horrific thing that's going to go on for the rest of the film. I think it's fine in the American one, but do you know that way in the J-horror one you can tell these are teenage lassies, whereas in the American one I'm like, why am I looking at 35-year-old women in very low cut shirts? Do you know what I mean? It's the early 2000s, man. You know what it was like. But I feel like within the first 10 minutes it's like, it's 10 o'clock at night. Why are you wearing your school shirt with 3 buttons undone and full cleavage? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's...
When you're sitting with your pal. Like, whereas in the other one, it's like, either still something kind of uniformy about it, but they're in their comfies and it's pure chill. Yeah.
Just the way the Americans have done it again, isn't it?
100%.
They really fucked this movie up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll dive into useless information. I kind of tried to keep it brief because obviously, like, I've got 2 of them to cover. So we'll go J-horror first, then American. So in the J-horror DVD release, the back cover had a disclaimer that said the distributor has no liability for any injuries or fatalities that may occur during or after viewing this film.
Amazing.
Could you imagine picking up this DVD, not having a fucking clue and seeing that and being like,
Honestly, like, see to watch The Ring without any knowledge of it before, that'd have been amazing.
100%. 100%. It's kind of like, you know the way people talk about Psycho? Like, obviously, we've seen Psycho, but I would love to watch Psycho for the first time without it being, like, parodied in loads of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because by the time we got around to watching The Ring, it's already been in, like, Scary Movie and all that kind of shit.
We know all about it.
Cindy, TV's leaking. Sadako was supposed to have survived the well for nearly 30 years before she died. In the American remake, she dies in 7 days, hence 7 days.
7 days.
But I was kind of like, all right, okay, 30 years in a fucking well?
Yeah, I mean, does the hit the same, does it?
No, I know.
Like, you're going to die in 30 years. Like, oh, no.
I was planning on it.
Aye. Going to die before that, fuck.
If this fucking lurgy doesn't shit, 100%. Sadako was filmed walking backwards while the film was run in reverse. So the end result being that Sadako was walking forward but with like super unnatural kind of clipped movement.
I mean, that it just shows you though that a low budget, $1.5 million is a lot of money, but they had to be more creative. Whereas I feel like all creativity just died with the American one.
Yeah. So Nakata, is that how you pronounce his last name, the director?
Yeah.
Nakata put up most of the movie's 1.5 million budget himself.
Wow.
And then went on to direct the American Ring 2.
Oh, right,
so this kind of makes me hopeful for the American Ring 2. Like, I wonder if it's better, because obviously you've got the OG on board, you know? But I also wondered if he came on board because he was like, the fuck have you done to my source material? Do you know what I mean?
Why? I mean, I imagine they've been busy, but why not have him just do the first one?
I know. I don't know. The close-up of Sadako was performed by a male crew member. He had all of his eyelashes cut off to make the shot more disturbing. I mean, it worked, right? It works.
Oh, aye.
Like, that picture of the eye is horrendous because I feel like it takes you a minute to clock she doesn't have eyelashes. Like, you're like, there's something really uncanny valley about this shot.
I would never have noticed.
But I don't know what it is. But it's only like, see, when I was looking up pictures for the Instagram post, I was like, oh my God, there's no eyelashes. Like,
Stunning.
but also, I want to know if the male crew member got like extra pay for like having no eyelashes for a bit. Did they do both eyes? Did they do both eyes, or is he just cutting them out with like one eye with no eyelashes?
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'll give you that.
Koji Suzuki got his inspiration for the Ringu novel after watching Steven Spielberg's Poltergeist.
Fuck's sake.
100% Steven Spielberg strikes again, man.
Aye, cool. You know what? Fucking hell. Schindler's List, get it fucked.
Right. In the American one, when they were advertising the film, blips of the black screen with the ring on it would appear in between adverts. Like nothing else, just a black screen with the ring. So it would look like a glitch.
Yeah.
And stuff. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
You know me, I love a good bit of advertising. During the US premiere, copies of the cursed tapes were placed under certain seats in the movie theatres for people to find and take home. Fuck that.
Nah, the American one's shit. I mean, a spinning chair.
Aye.
What the fuck's that all about?
Aye. This was the highest grossing horror remake in history until it was unseated in 2017. What
right.
film do you think it was?
2017?
Yeah. Horror remake. Doesn't have to be a J-horror remake, just a remake of a horror.
No idea. Kind of think.
It.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mad. I thought there would
yeah.
have been like other ones. Like, I couldn't. I was trying to remember when like the first Halloween remake came out, not the Rob Zombie one, the newest one.
But that's not right. That's a reboot.
A reboot. Oh, obviously.
I know. Fair enough. Aye.
I think deserved though. I think the It remake's fucking class.
Oh, aye.
And we've already done an episode on that too.
I get it. Listen to it.
Have we? Yeah, we have.
Aye.
Have we? Yeah, no, we have. We have.
We have, guys. Fuck's sake.
Aye. And if we haven't, we'll do one, right? Jennifer Connelly, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Kate Beckinsale were all approached to make the movie, and they all knocked it back.
I don't blame them.
See, to be honest, that's like a list of like early 2000s, like Golden Girls, do you know what I mean?
No, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I mean, what had she been in?
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, shite. Like, no.
When did Heartbreakers come out with Sigourney Weaver? Fuck up, that movie was class. Kate Beckinsale, I can't see. Jennifer Connelly, I think, would have been good, but she's been busy. Fuck Gwyneth Paltrow.
Jennifer Connelly's too much of an actress.
Actress. Yeah,
like she's like that. This role's above her, like below her.
I
believe.
agree.
And she probably feels the same way, and I'm all for that.
Aye, 100%. There is also no title card or opening credit for this film. Only the DreamWorks logo that glitches into the ring, which I thought was really cool. I know this useless information's kind of not been as exciting as it normally is, but see, if I gave you Everton, we'd be here for ages.
Oh, you've had 20 odd years. I'm sure there's a lot of information to come out.
100%. Somebody's going to be like, you actually missed out this crucial bit of information.
Aye, well, get a life.
Nah. Right.
Just, why did, and this goes to both versions, why did they think finding a body would help?
Yeah, like, well, I suppose, though, you've seen that in other ones, like, where they think, like, giving her, like, a peaceful burial, like, release the spirit, do you know what I mean? Like, I know I've seen that in other films. I can't think off the top of my head which ones, but, like, I know I've seen it.
No, I know that's a thing, but I was like, you just put your whole faith into doing this.
Yeah.
Obviously, it turns out that it's not the case. Like, it's not real that, like, she will carry on killing until you do what she actually wants. But is it, they really go with this. Like, this is life and death.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know what's going on, you need to be 100%.
100%. You've got 7 days, do you know what I mean? Like, I suppose, though, if you've only got 7 days, you need to kind of follow whatever hunch you've got full speed, you know?
Yeah, but turns out it's wrong. And fair enough, they don't suffer, it's the guys that suffer, but
yeah, that's true.
I suppose fuck them, man, aye.
Listen, Sadako is like, fuck the patriarchy, do you know what I mean? I want to know what would happen if you just didn't answer the phone. Because obviously, in the folklore of it all, people know once you've watched this tape and the phone rings, she's going to tell you 7 days, right? What would happen if you just didn't answer the phone? Or like, if your ma answered the phone in your place, does that mean your ma's getting killed in 7 days?
But then would that mean you never answer a phone again?
Listen, if I knew that I was putting off my inevitable, horrific, heart-stopping death by this creepy-looking bitch, I would bin all phones.
You know what? You
wouldn't
have a phone.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need technology. I'm off a grid trips. Do you know what I mean?
I know, you're right.
I mean, I don't know if in any of the other 10 rings somebody's fucking tried that. Do you know what I mean? Like in all the Freddy movies where they keep trying to stay awake. Do you know what I mean? It never works.
No, I'll give you that. Like, just don't answer the phone. She can't get in touch with you.
That's what I think, because she needs to let you know that you've got 7 days. Do you know, what if she never tell you and then it's like, hey, you actually didn't confirm?
That's no fair. Get it fucked.
I agree.
No, I'll give you that.
Try it in the remake. If they ever remake this again, going to make a version where just nobody answers the phone.
Right?
10-minute movie.
Right. My last one.
Okay.
So, Naomi Watts falls down that well. Right?
Oh, clatters herself.
Right, hits Everton. Now, why the ghost can deal, like, turn screws and all that, where it couldn't in the original? Fair enough, right? Nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Right, but how did she survive?
See, because she clatters, man. She bounces off the side of that well. Like, you've at least got a concussion, but by a concussion in water, you should be dead anyway.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean?
You're out cold.
100%. Well, at least a leg broken in 6 places, now we fractured the elbow, do you know what I mean?
Aye, bullshit.
100%. I don't know if this counts as an A, but mine's is just to, like, confirm that the parents are shit, right? If you have a cursed videotape that you have already told 4 other people not to watch, because mine in both versions, when she goes to his, like, lair, basically, and somebody else is about to watch the VHS, and she's like, no! So you've already stopped people from watching this. Why are you leaving it about for your Wayne to watch? I know in both versions it's like, oh, she told me to watch it. Why are you leaving it about? Why is that not locked in a safe? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, why, as a kid, listen to the spirit tell to watch it anyway?
100%. And then also, not only are you still, at the end of this film, trying to save your Wayne for dying, you then, in the American one, she then burns the VHS, so you're just filling your flat with, like, plastic fumes? Like, are you just trying to kill your Wayne?
You're going to die regardless.
Fucking idiot, man.
Yeah.
I basically, moral of the ring, be a sound parent, do you know what I mean?
Be there for your kid.
100%. Well, guys, I really hope this episode has made some form of sense. We are ill as shit and we're not on cold and flu tablets. So I really hope we've made sense, but see if we haven't. Just move on, right? We don't listen to this episode and come back next week, right?
If none of this makes sense, fuck off.
We are no well, and we are letting everybody know about it, right? Anyway, we'll see you next week. Oh, by the way, your mother darn socks in hell. Bye!
Bye!
Ha 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 ha!